Americans are giving up from insane mortgage payments right now. Family, you already know what to do, and if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe, and ring the post notification bell as well. Alright, let's get into this video right here.
People are going to lose their homes. They're going to lose their homes. I'm telling you guys, the storm is brewing and it's coming fast. Insurance premiums and property taxes are skyrocketing through the roof. And the result is that people's mortgage payments are getting higher and higher to the point that it's going to be unaffordable for most people. If you don't already know, your property insurance and your property taxes are rolled into your mortgage payment for as long as you have a mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage, you have to pay those property taxes and insurance separately outside of the mortgage. Part of your mortgage payment, when that statement comes in the mail, there's a line there that says escrow. And escrow is money that's set aside from your payments that is then used by the bank to pay your insurance and your property taxes. Your actual mortgage payment may not go up even if you have a low interest rate. Interest and principal will stay the same, but the amount you have to pay every month is going to skyrocket because the banks have to make sure you pay that. Your mortgage payment is going to go up because they've got to pay property taxes and insurance. This has always been the case, but the difference this time is that the rate of acceleration on property taxes and insurance is unlike anything anybody has ever seen. People's monthly payments are going up from $1,800 to $2,800, from $2,500 to $3,500. One of two things can happen. You either lose your home to foreclosure because you can't afford that payment, or you try to sell your home so that you can get out of this terrible situation. And the more people that start to now try to sell their homes, the more inventory increases, the more those prices are likely to come down.
That's true. We're seeing this in Florida. There are so many houses for sale, and people don't even want them. And I tried to tell people this a long time ago. See, I studied the financial markets myself. I studied people like Grant Cardone, the real estate tycoon. This man is a landlord, real estate investor, whatever you like to call them, and he says the dumbest thing that you could do is buy a house unless you're using it as an asset. See, people be like, my greatest asset is my house. It's not if it's not making you money. If it's taking your money, it's a liability. You're not renting that house out, it's not an asset. And this is coming from Grant Cardone, a guy who owns properties. He rents them out, he sells them. He's a billionaire off of real estate. Another thing too, I've been telling people to wait for when inventory does increase. You can buy a house at a discounted rate. See, most people bought their houses at the top of the market. That's never a good time to buy. Remember 08? And I'm going to use this as a prime example. My friend's dad bought a house in 08 for $25,000. The area was a $100,000 area. Of course, that's nothing now. Those numbers sound like nothing now when the average house is like $400K to $500K. But you see, he bought that house for a discount.
Does vary state to state, so it's not exactly the same in every state. Some states are in worse situations than others. They weren't kidding. Those fuckers weren't kidding. They said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
So sad to hear that. There's a hidden time bomb hidden in your fixed mortgage payment. Yes, even if your mortgage payment is fixed. And when it goes off, you won't just lose money. You could lose your home. Most people won't see it coming, but you still have chance to act on it.
I really thought that if I paid my mortgage payments in full and on time every month, that I wouldn't lose my house. That's not exactly what's happening. Our escrow analysis finally came the morning of my 40th birthday. I'm in the bed drinking my coffee at an antebellum home in Natchez, Mississippi, and I get an email. And I'm like, I shouldn't open this like on my 40th birthday, whatever. But I've been waiting for it. I didn't think it was going to be anything. I thought it was going to be like no big deal, like no change. I open it, $3,700, second year in a row, shortage. Our mortgage payment will now be $2,700 a month, which is $600 more than it was supposed to be when we took out the loan. Isn't that fun? Yeah. I can't pay it. I mean, like, we can't pay it. It's insurance. Our insurance is going up $400, annually. So I called my insurance agent today, and she was like, okay, so that was last year, because like they do that like for the previous year. So she was like, okay, that was last year, but I did get yours a couple days ago for this year, the renewal, and it's going to be going up another $300 this year. If it went up $300 last year and we're at $3,700 shortage, even if like I pay the shortage in full now to keep the thing the same, the payment the same, we're just gonna have another $3,700 shortage again next year because insurance is still going up again, $300 again. I'm calling the mortgage company tomorrow. I'm depressed, like, obviously. I'm unmotivated to do anything. I'm not getting things done. I need to call a realtor to find out what needs to go on because like June 1st is gonna come and like I'm not gonna have $2,700 to give them. I mean, I'll have to. I don't have a choice. Like I pay when I have a payment due, I pay it 100% in full on the due date, no exceptions. It will be paid. Period. Then I'll have to pay for like all the selling the house junk. Like fixing anything and might have to sell this beautiful house and get a smaller one. When we bought this house, like our first house that we lived in for 10 years, my last payment on that mortgage was less than $1,000. So I don't know if you have any comments or, nice, mean, whatever, or like I don't know, what can I do? Tell me what to say to the mortgage company. Tell me what to say to the insurance agent if I have to talk to her again. Tell me what to say to a realtor. I don't even know what realtor I'm going to use. Have you ever experienced anything like this before? Do your thing, TikTok.
Now, mark my words. If you live in a state that has land bank properties, a lot of people going to have to move from their nice houses into a fixer-upper. They're going to have to get one of those land bank properties. Me, for instance, I'm from Detroit. You can get a house for $2,500. Now, most of the people lost those houses due to back taxes that they owed on it, so you'll have to pay that too. But say the back taxes are like $40K. You pay $2,500 for the house. You had less than $4,500 for a house. Now, hey, it might not be the best. You might have to put some money into it. Mark my words, it's going to start happening. People going to downgrade. They're going to go back to the hood. I know every state don't got land bank properties, though.
You can see this is not an isolated situation. Homeowners throughout the nation, more in some states than others, are feeling the pinch. Property taxes are skyrocketing. Insurance are doubling, quadrupling. Homeowners association are doubling, tripling. All other expenses are doubling or tripling. Your utility bills, your medical bills, your grocery bills, your gas bills, auto repair bills, everything's skyrocketing. And people cannot just keep up with it. They are fed up.
My mortgage payment is going up almost $500 a month. $500 every month. I have a fixed interest rate, so it's not that. Nope, it's my escrow account. Apparently, my homeowner's insurance and my property taxes just skyrocketed. But nobody thought to tell me about this until I was already $3,200 short in my escrow account. So now I not only have to pay the shortage, but I also have to pay the new balance moving forward. And so I can either pay the shortage in full and my monthly mortgage goes up almost $200 a month, or I pay it out over the next 12 months and my monthly mortgage payment goes up almost $500 a month.
And this is why a lot of first-time homeowners are getting home buyer's remorse. This is one of the reasons, right? And I want y'all to drop this below in the comments. When you say mortgage, what do you hear? I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. Mortgage payments. Take that for what it is. Connect the dots.
Well, I definitely don't have $3,200 just laying around, so I guess this is the option that I have. I'm already working 70 hours a week, so I'm probably gonna have to sell my house because I can't do that. I don't know anybody who could. But I don't know where I'm gonna live after I sell my house because my ex-husband ruined my credit in the divorce this year, and so I don't know anybody who's gonna rent to me. I may end up homeless by the end of this year. Yeah.
Yes, this is a true situation and it's brewing and brewing and it's boiling. In fact, there are anywhere from 1 to 2 million defaults right now throughout the nation, and those defaults and pre-foreclosures and foreclosures are increasing at an alarming rate. Of course, the good thing is many of these homeowners have equity, so they're not going to lose their home to foreclosures or pre-foreclosures. They can still sell their house, walk away. Of course, they may not able to buy, like the lady said, she has bad credit. her ex-husband ruined her credit in the divorce. So many of these homeowners can still sell, walk away, maybe some check in hand, but it's a dire situation. And this is getting worse and worse. And I think this is going to skyrocket more as we go into 26 and 27 because the increases have just started.
So I am jumping on the bandwagon talking about mortgages going up. So I was actually on Twitter maybe a week ago and I saw people complaining, well, not complaining, but giving their opinions about people making videos about their mortgages going up. I never seen any of the videos. Like I said, I was just on Twitter and I saw people saying, oh, these people don't know how to read the contracts. Everybody got a variable rate mortgage who are complaining about these raises. People didn't know if you buy new construction, your taxes are based off generally the land is not included in the house. I saw all these things basically call people stupid. They say they didn't read the paperwork. I saw it's Twitter. So it was no positivity. So I paid my mortgage on March 1st. March 1st, paid my mortgage, no problem. I went back to Bank of America on the app to go look at something and something said click mortgage. I clicked mortgage and literally started texting everybody and said, what the blank is going on? I looked at, the breakdown. I don't have any PMI. The mortgage insurance, I don't pay that. So it's principal and interest and it's escrow. My escrow is damn near the same amount of my principal and interest. And I literally said, you got to be playing with me. You got to be playing with me. A little bit of background. I bought my house in 2017, new construction. My interest rate is under 3%. So I still am just floored about the increase. So I'm not in a bad situation, meaning I did everything quote unquote right. It's just that it's going up and it's not the first time it's gone up. My house, the mortgage has been going up every year steadily. Like maybe 1 year, $20, next year, $40, 1 year, $50. I think the most it's ever got my mortgage monthly payment is going up is $50. It was just this time, the way it jumped was insane. And it's almost like I can't even complain because I got a homegirl in Florida and her mortgage went up by $1,000 because of insurance and property taxes. And we're all just sitting here like, it's not the fact that it went up. I know I'm used to the fluctuations. Everybody I know is kind of used to the fluctuations. Sometimes a couple of my girlfriends got a check back for overpayment. I mean, because it fluctuates because of insurance and property taxes. But to be going up over hundreds per month, it's over $1,000 per month. This shit should be criminal. I'm about to start cussing, so let me go ahead and get off of here. But it's not because everyone is dumb. It's not because everyone has a variable rate. No, they reassessed, and my house ain't even worth what they say it's worth. I promise you it ain't. Baby, it ain't. If it was, I would sell this.
This sounds very frightening, but there are things you can do. If you feel your house is more appraised than it should be with the tax assessor, dispute that. If you feel like your insurance is not worth that much, try to change insurance companies. So there are things you can do. Talk to a realtor, talk to a lender, talk to the escrow officers. And I know that some of the buyers felt that the lenders didn't tell them that, the realtors didn't tell them that, escrow officers didn't tell them that. But nobody knew that this was coming. Who knew that insurance was going to double, triple, quadruple? Mine has doubled. My car insurance has doubled. My grocery bills has doubled. Who knew that was coming? So it's not they didn't want to tell you. Nobody knew this was coming, and more is coming.
He can't say nobody because some people have been doing active research. Some people read their paperwork. Some people have been studying the financial market. Some people have been studying the economy. Some people have tried to warn others about this, and others thought it was a conspiracy or they didn't want to believe it. Their cognitive dissonance made it to where they didn't want to believe it.
Congratulations on buying your first house. Here's your packet.
Okay, perfect. So my payment for the next at least 12 months is going to be $21.50.
Yeah, it's $21.49, but you can round up.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So here's your escrow analysis for the last year. You do have a shortage of $5,212.
What do you mean a shortage of $5,212?
It means you paid that amount under what you were supposed to pay last year.
Do you remember when I was here last year and I asked you if my payment was $21.49?
Yes, of course I remember. That's the amount that you were supposed to be paying.
So you gave me the wrong amount to pay per month?
Nope. $21.50 was the correct amount, and that's the amount that you should have been paying.
Okay, so you told me $21.49. I paid $21.49. And now you're telling me that I'm short $5,000.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
I need you to explain it because I just asked you if you told me the wrong amount and you said no.
But I didn't give you the wrong amount. I gave you the right amount, $21.49.
So you told me pay $21.50. I paid $21.50. You're telling me even now that that's the correct amount that I was supposed to be paying last year, but somehow I have a shortage of $5,000. So I should have been paying more per month than the $21.50 that you told me.
It's like you're finally getting it.
Why didn't you tell me that I was supposed to be paying more than $21.50?
Because $21.50 is the amount that you're supposed to be paying.
Okay. So what can I do about this? Because I can't pay $5,000 just in the blink of an eye like that.
Understandable. If you can't pay by April 1st, then your monthly payment will just go up to $2,900.
So if I don't pay the $5,000 by April 1st, my monthly payment goes from $2,150 to $2,900?
Exactly. That's exactly right. Again, you're getting it.
Yes, very confusing. We feel that, hey, I got a 30-year fixed mortgage, principal, interest, tax, and insurance, but nobody knew or people don't tell you that principal and interest are fixed for 30 years, but your tax and insurance are not fixed. And what happened this time around is that everything skyrocketed. And that's where the dilemma is. And that's why a lot of people are in default. More homeowners are going to go into default in coming 2025 and 26 and 27. The momentum has already begun. You may already be in a situation or you may not be in a situation. What can you do to prepare so you are not in the situation? Here's some points. One of the things you can do is review your escrow statement annually. And if you don't understand anything, call your realtor or call your attorney that help you with the closing, or call the escrow company and they can explain to you what is going on. The other thing is, as I mentioned earlier, if you feel like your insurance is way too high, call a couple of insurance companies, get some quotes, and make sure you have the same coverage on all the quotes, and switch if you can, and that will adjust your monthly payment. The other thing you can do is call your tax assessor's office or the county assessor's office and challenge the assessed value. You could reduce your assessed value. Your local realtor, any realtor that you may call, could help you with that. The other thing is plan for inflation costs to go up higher and higher. So if you're spending money on some things that you're not supposed to, or if you feel like your prices are going to go up, start cutting back on expenses.
Yep. Get a strict budget. Get more streams of income too. One is too close to none. You got to diversify. Get a diverse portfolio. Y'all know me. Y'all know what I recommend.
Start saving more, start being frugal. And I'm not trying to advise you. This is what I'm doing myself.
Yep.
As hard times are coming up, and when I say hard, I mean prices are going to go up and up and up. My insurance has gone up, auto insurance and property tax insurance and earthquake insurance. My electric bills has gone up. My gas bills has gone up. Groceries has gone up. So I've cut back on things. That's one way to do it. So you are at least a little bit prepared. And then, of course, talk to your lender, talk to your realtor, and see what else can you do regarding the house. So these are some of the things you can plan on, because we are in a different real estate market compared to the last 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Are you in any kind of situation, or do you know somebody in this kind of situation?
That's right. That's right. I'm glad he gave some game. Drop a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this video. If y'all want to see more videos like this. Hey, I'm not a professional. This is not financial advice. But these are some things that you can do to live frugal. Don't live beyond your means. It's not time to be living like the Joneses, spending unnecessary money. None of that. It is time to lock in, buckle down, because times are going to get harder. Peace. And to my Hebrew family, shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.